Hello and welcome to TAIK. I am Mohammed Adnan, and in this video we are going to discuss about the most awaited features in Power BI of this year is the small multiples is one of them, and it was launched as a preview in December 2020 update, and we'll see how you can use this feature as well as what's coming up in small multiples. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Now let's get started. This is my Power BI file. In this, I have this line chart as a small multiples. As you can see, we have three type of graphs here. Usually it is one, but by the help of small multiples, we can use this one. We'll go into depth in a moment. So first of all, it's a preview feature, so you need to enable this in your preview features. You have to go to File and then Options and Settings and then Options. Here in under Preview Features, you have this option Small Multiples. You can enable this. So click OK. So now let's create a new one. I'm going to use an existing one. Let's create a new page. Now I'm going to add a line chart here, and then I'm going to add month name from the fields pane on the axis. English month name in the axis and the year in the small multiples option here, which comes up newly after the December updates. And then I'm going to add the sales amount value measure under the values. As you can see here, this line chart has converted many categories here, many multiples here. So it is by the month name and it is divided by separate years here. So this is how you can able to achieve this. Now let's go to the previous page and let us understand how it actually works and what are the other features available in it. So going back here, now as you can see here, I have added a line chart here. It is actually based on the short name on the axis. It comes here, Jan, Feb, March, April here, and the legend in the calendar, year, and the sales amount for the values, and in small multiples I have added the product categories here. So there are actually three categories here. One is accessories, bikes, and clothing. So it has taken the three multiples here. Now if you want to use instead of the category, if you want to use a region, something like that, you can also do that. So let's go and add the sales territory here. For an example, sales territory group, I'm going to add this here on top of these small multiples. So it is refreshing. Instead of category, it has given me the two options here. One is a Europe and then the accessories and North America accessories, Pacific accessories and Europe bikes here. And still it is going further down here. If you add multiple categories in small multiples as well, it is going to add based on the category which you have added here. If you add multiple categories here under the small multiples, for example, I have added the sales territory group as well as the product category, the number of visual it creates is multiples based on the availability of the fields which we have added here. For example, here I have added the sales territory group. In group, I have the Europe, North America, Pacific, and Asia. 4 groups are there. Whereas in the category, I have only 3 accessories and bikes, and then what else we have? Accessories, bikes, and clothing. Yeah, as you can see, it has taken the accessories first. In accessories, we have only 3 territory: Europe, North America, and Pacific. And then it comes to the bikes we have Europe, North America, and Pacific as well, and the clothing also we have Europe, North America, and Pacific. So 3 of them here, 3 categories, 3 territories are here. So it's super, right? Now let's go to this formatting option. What are the things we have? To go to the formatting, we have these 2 additional options here. One is the small multiples and then gate layout. So if you click on small multiple title, so we can change the format of this. This is the title actually, the Pacific, and then the clothing. If you want to change the text size and color, you can also do that. Yeah, it is changing the values here. Now text size, font color, alignment, and position to be top or at the bottom of this name. You can also change the values here. Yeah, it comes under the bottom. It doesn't look good for me now, so I'm switching it back to top. You can also change the alignment here. So I think left is a good option. Let's keep it left. This is option available here. You can change the font color as well. And regarding the grid layout, we have this 2 by 2 by default, but you can change up to 6 by 6. So I'm going to increase this value instead of row. Actually, as this has a 3 values, right? So I'm going to change 3 columns and then the 2 rows if it works. So I'm going to change the column into 3. It will try to adjust the grid based on the options which you have selected here. See, the visuals has been become smaller here. And the first thing we got here, Europe, North America, and Pacific for the accessories, and then for the bikes, and then for the clothing. This looks good, right? So we can understand by each category and by each territory region here. So this looks good. So if we increase this value here to 6, let's understand if this goes beyond 6 or not. No, there is no option I can change beyond 6 here. So let it be 3 columns itself. That looks good actually. Okay, this is fine. So now this is about the formatting options. And what are the things others we have here is the interaction between the other visuals and this visual. So if you want to filter United States, this is another visual, right? So if you want to click here, United States, yeah, even this also filters based on that. And if you notice this is a blank here, this is because we have set 2 rows and 3 columns, right? So that's why it has created additional rows for that. Okay. Now you may wonder what will happen if you set it to low, right? If it is low, then it is create like this default. If it is more than that, then it will create the values as well. See, we have set the 2 rows here, but it has created 3 rows here. Okay. Not only that, and even if you can click on the Europe here, for an example, I'm clicking on the Europe here. Let's see if it filters other visuals or not. Yeah, it is filtering based on the accessories I'm selecting here, and then the territory and then the category. So territory is filtered here, and the accessories also category filtered also here. So it is not doing it separately, it is doing both of them. Even though I have clicked on Europe, but actually it is filtering Europe as well as the accessories. So like this, if I click again on here in 2012 for an example, so this is going to filter this as an highlight here, and it's going to filter the value here on the other visuals as well. So if I click on 2013, it will highlight this value like this. Okay, now if I click on any of the values here, for example, for this month, because this, if you look at here, this the x-axis is not for each and every visual, it's just one for one visual here for now. But whereas this y-axis, it is available for each and every visual. I mean for one column. It is for one column and this is for one row. Okay, so here if I click on March here, it is going to filter March everywhere here, whereas for the other visuals also it is going to filter on March. See, the value is changed here. And if I notice, as this is a too much visual here, we got the scroll options here. You can scroll it here if you want. And this coming from April, I want to start from March. Yeah, it is scrolling for everything here. If I click on any of the visuals to go end of December, it is going for both others as well. Okay, it is applicable to everyone. It is applicable to each and every columns here. So regarding this is we have vertical scroll bars and we also have the horizontal scroll bars as well. And if you want to sort this value by each and every separate thing, that is not possible at the moment. So you can just use the common sort option of this visual. So you can have this option small multiples. This is sort axis by ascending or descending for this x-axis, and then for the small multiples we have these options. We can sort it by descending or this one. This is the one, the category European accessories and North America accessories, and the Pacific is there, right? That's the thing. As this is in preview, there are still many things under development. So let's understand what are the limitations are there and what are the upcoming features in these small multiples. While this picture is in preview, we are constantly working on making sure it interacts well with the rest of the feature. Some of those interactions even quite at there, but as we continue development on the small multiples, we will start crossing limitations of this list. So first thing is field span, so date and other continuous hierarchies. Creating small multiples out of visuals with a date hierarchy in the x-axis, like a line chart, will convert that axis into categorical from the continuous. So it will not be a continuous, it will be a categorical. And regarding the visual interaction, categorical axis load more. In non-small multiple visuals, when you have many categories in the axis of your visual, scrolling to the end of the visual will prompt the visual to load more categories in. Currently, a small multiple visual will not load more categories in. So there's a limitations here. And a small multiple sort by measure. Sorting on a small multiples at all the technical new functionality, but you may be expecting to be a small small multiple sort by measure. Sorting on small multiples at all is technically new functionality, but you may be expecting to be able to sort your small multiples by a measure. Currently, you can only sort your multiples by the field's natural sort order. You can't do it. Right click context menu, analyze is disabled for now. Right click the context menu, summarize disabled for now. And data point rectangular select disabled for now. Axis zoom is also disabled for now. And accessibility, keyboard navigation and screen readout can be adjusted to better support the new grid layout that small multiple brings to visual. Some behaviors is missing, such as keyboard navigation through the categorical axis scroll bar. Formatting options. Generally responsive toggle. The option still exists, but the behavior may not align with your expectations since many mobile accommodations are tied to this toggle. The mobile experience will also very closely mirror the experience you find on desktop and service. In general, high density sampling. For line charts, the high density sampling toggle will still exist, but it is not currently supported by small multiples. Axis concatenate labels disabled for now. Total labels are for stacked chart disabled for now. Zoom sliders disabled for now. Analytics pane for the trend lines disabled for now. Analytics pane forecasting disabled for now. Dynamic formatting for highlighting labels currently not supported. Authoring small multiples on the web will not be supported while the feature is in preview. This means that while you will be able to view a report with a small multiples visual and even format the visual, the small multiples field well will not be shown up for visuals that do not already have a field in a small multiples well. In the future roadmap, we wanted to let you know that what you have got planned for this feature, both in terms of new functionality and in terms of support for the above. Hopefully, small multiples will grow more and more versatile as we work on it and ultimately cover the vast majority of your use cases. Keep in mind that while feature works in currently prioritized broadly as follows, we will not necessarily all the coming the same time back into back release. Items on this list may move around or be removed entirely. Everything is tentative. They said, we do hope to make all these improvements between now through general availability and in the release after, and in roughly the following order. Take a look what's coming now. The first milestone, the limitations. Support for the date continuous axis hierarchies. They are going to remove that. New visual support for the combo line and stacked clustered column chart. Formatting, adding and formatting grid lines between the multiples, formatting adjustment padding between small multiple elements, formatting subheaders, text wrap and text font color, and small multiple background colors. And then second milestone here, limitation, support for category axis load more, new visual support for scattered charts, and formatting x and y axis can be shared or repeated so that they are repeated for each multiple rather than only at the ends of the row or columns. As you can see, we have only one here on the left side and the bottom we have only one here. That's what they're talking about. And formatting of y-axis range can be synchronized or unsynchronized to allow comparison of trends across multiple with edges vary widely. So it means the values here, it is showing same for everything here, right? So we can easily compare it here. But there are some options here, it is very much low here. We can't able to find the value. So they are working on to make some changes. We can also customize between each and every multiples here. That's a good option. And for the GA and beyond, they are supporting like and for the GA and beyond, they are working on this one limitation, support for small multiple sort by measure, support for show items with no data, high density sampling, responsive toggle, axis concatenate labels, analytics trend lines and forecasting, zoom sliders, data point rectangle select, total labels for stacked charts, dynamic formatting for highlighted labels, interaction. Hovering a data point on a line chart also causes the guideline the data labels to show for the data points at the same X value in other multiples as well. That's a good thing, right? And formatting, an auto option for grid formatting, a new default which is automatically set grid dimension rather than default to 2 into 2. So it will understand data and it will set the value whatever you need here. Formatting shared axis title so that axis title only shows up once rather than for each row or column. So as they are still in preview, so we can share our feedback onto the community site or in idols.powerbi.com. So these all about the small multiples and what's coming in these small multiples visual, which is a really breakthrough feature visuals in Power BI. I really like these visuals, so I thought to make a video first on it. Even though the December has given a lot of updates, which is really impressive work done by the Microsoft Power BI team. And thanks to the Microsoft team, they have done a lot of good work in this year, even though we are in the pandemic, but everybody has done a very good job. I hope you got this brief idea about how this small multiple works and these features and what are the things coming up here. If you like this video, just click on the big thumbs up button. If you're new to this channel or if you haven't subscribed yet, just click on the subscribe button and also press the bell icon to get the latest notifications. But make sure you turn on the notification on your devices. Share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any queries and feedback, just post it on the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. See you in the next video. If you're not a member of our channel, please do click on the join button, and it's just a small amount you can share with us on a recurring basis. It will help me and it will help me. And there is a join button beside to the subscribe button. Please click on this and become a member of TAIK so that you will get lots of updates on that. Just click over there and let's have a look at the features available. What are the options you can get if you are a member of our family. Hope you will join our family very soon.